Hi everyone, Marisa Stone here with Simon Says Social and the Systems Lounge, and I want to welcome you today to the 2018 Premier International Women's Business Systems Summit. And this is a fabulous opportunity for you to learn all the systems that our speakers are using to get things done. Today, I am super excited to have Kay Sanders back. She was in our summit last year. Some of you met her then, and here she is coming back to share more knowledge and information with us this year. And I'm super excited to get into this conversation because Kay is going to be talking with us all about your driving force to success. And all of us, our goal is to reach success. So here we go. We're going to talk about this. So let me tell you a little bit about Kay before we get started. Kay is an intuitive business coach, consultant, and best-selling author. She helps conscious entrepreneurs find that missing piece to making their business a huge success so that they can make a big impact on the world and create more freedom in their life. This includes your online presence, your marketing strategies, the sales process, even mindset work. She specializes in implementing effective strategies and systems to design a profitable, sustainable business model for creating the business of your dreams. Kay truly believes that everyone not only deserves, but has the ability to live a fulfilling life full of success. Kay, welcome to the summit.
Well, thanks for having me again, Marisa. It's great to be here again.
I'm so excited to have you back. And this is such an important conversation that we are getting ready to dive into because I don't think a lot of people realize how their mindset impacts their success. So let's just dive in and begin at the beginning. When you talk with your clients about this driving force to success, you say that what we're really talking about is our mindset. Can you tell the viewers out there, what is our mindset?
Well, the mindset is really, it is everything. Because I mean, when you want to become successful, you know, it starts from the inside out. Like success doesn't happen from the outside in because you can do all the things you want. You can spend all the money that you want on marketing, on working with people, and like anything that you can think of, you know, that's, you know, involves the doing part. But if your mindset is not in alignment with what the success that you think you want, nothing that what you're doing is actually going to get you the results that you want. So really, mindset is key to everything. So if you want to become successful, you have to ask yourself, who do you need to become from the inside that allows you to attract more clients, allows clients to actually come and find you, allows you to make the money that you want to make. So it really goes back to, you know, success is an inside job. So you can do all the things that you want, but if you're not in alignment, if your mindset is not in alignment with what you want to create, nothing is really going to work. So that's really what I mean with the mindset is really the driving force, because you can sit here and say, I want to make 6-7 figure income. But if your mindset says, no, you're not, then no matter what you're doing, it's not going to work because your mindset is what's going to drive your actions, your inactions, the way you behave when you talk to people, the way you act around them, your vibration, how you feel. So it really drives everything. So you can't really become successful if you don't have that right mindset.
And that makes so much sense. So when we're talking about our mindset, we're really talking about those internal feelings and perhaps even that internal dialogue. You know, I always talk about ants, what I call anxious negative thoughts, right? When you're scared to try something, you know, squish those ants and get your mindset on par so you can try that new thing. That's really what we're talking about, right?
Yes. I like to call them the inner gremlins that like to, you know, sabotage our success. You know, like they're always lurking around, and every time when you're trying to, you know, just consider doing something, but it's basically your mindset is just, it's your ego talking. You know, your inner gremlins, that's your ego is trying to keep you safe, and anything that you're trying to do in your business is going to be uncomfortable. If you, for example, have never been on a summit like what we're doing right now, and then all of a sudden, your first time you're being on a summit, you're like, oh my God, this is scary. I think maybe I need to cancel last minute because I don't think I'm feeling really good. That is your ego. Yeah. And that's really what we're talking about is really that ego, the inner gremlins, you know, the fears, the self-doubt, the, you know, the past failures. Like I don't really like to call them failures because I mean, there are lessons that you have to learn to move forward. Right. But all of that, that's part of your inner gremlins that really run the show, that either allow you to move forward, or they really, you know, they put you in that, you know, that self-made prison that, you know, because of the self-made illusions that you're telling yourself that you can't do something because maybe you're not good enough. Maybe I have fears and those type of things. So it's really the inner gremlins that like to run the show.
So why is it that entrepreneurs need to be concerned about where our mindset is? Because I can see how this can impact pretty much anybody who's trying to, move up the corporate ladder, right? That can totally be, you won't put yourself out there, you won't ask the boss for a raise, you might not go for those, those next promotions, next level promotions. But what about entrepreneurs? I'm only answering to myself.
Well, as entrepreneurs, I mean, it's our business. The business makes money. If we don't have money, we don't survive, right? So it's the same thing. It's like you need to put yourself out there to get the clients, to make the money, to ask for the sale, to ask people to, inspire them to work with you. You have to put yourself out there. So anything that you have to do in your business, that goes back to your mindset. So mindset work is extremely important because it really, it depends, your business depends on it. If you don't want to become successful, then mindset, it doesn't matter. But if you really want to become successful and get out there and make the difference that you want to make in your life and in other people's lives, you have to overcome your inner gremlin. So, I believe mindset work is important for every single person. Because if you want to accomplish something, any goal that you have that you want to accomplish, it requires you to step out of your comfort zone, to push yourself through some kind of invisible barrier that is going to want to stop you, because anything that you want to accomplish, any change is going to be uncomfortable. So then you have to make a choice. Okay, am I gonna sit back and just let my ego run the show, my inner gremlins, or do I say, you know what, I'm tired of this. I want to break free. I want to go out there. I want to go after my dreams. Then you really have to overcome the mindset. So for entrepreneurs, your business really depends on how your mindset is. Are you allowing your fears to hold you back? Then it's going to show up when you talk to potential clients. Or you might not even go out there and talk to people. I see so many people that sit there and wait for customers to come to you. Well, in the beginning stages of your business, you can't do that. You have to go out there. You have to let people know that, hey, I'm in business and this is what I do. But if your mind says, oh, what if people reject me? And oh my God, then I'm visible. That's going to stop you in the tracks. Then who's going to know about you? So that's why it is so important. Entrepreneurs, they need to really focus on their mindset, because it really, their success really depends on it.
Right. And that makes a whole lot of sense. And I love how you describe this as your ego trying to protect you, right? There is actually an area in your brain called the insulin, and its job is to make sure that you don't do things that are going to be detrimental to you. And so that's exactly what you're describing here is, that your mind is trying to override to protect you, when in reality, most of the time, what's the worst that could happen? It doesn't turn out like you want. So you tweak it and do it again. Like, this isn't stuff where you're putting yourself in front of a big, bunch of traffic, or you're jumping off a cliff, or you're, if we break it down and be realistic about it, what we're talking about here is running your business.
Exactly.
So, okay. So here's my next question. And I'm not sure I'm asking this appropriately, but how do you determine whether or not it's your mindset that's the problem, or there are other things going on that are hindering your success?
Well, actually, the question is really great, because let's say you're in your business and you're doing all the right things that you can think of. You have your systems and strategies. You're going out there. You're marketing yourself in your business. You might go to networking events. You are social media all day long. You're asking people to work with you. You have those calls, but still nothing is happening. And I actually speak out of my own experience, because that's what happened to me. I did all the right things. I did all the things that you can think of. Everything that those big gurus talk about, I tried it. But it did not work. So when you're in your business and you are not making the money that you want to make, or you don't have the clients that you want to have, but you are doing everything. You're not just sitting there and you're wiggling your thumbs, but you're actually actively in your business, working your business, trying to get the name out there, doing all the things that you can think of, but still things that don't work out, then you might really want to look inside and think about, well, how do you feel about success? How do you feel about what will happen, how much your life will change once you become successful? If you're thinking like, oh, that's going to be a little scary, because what if people, have expectations, and then maybe people expect me to write a book or get out there and do all these different things. That is very scary. Yeah. So even though it hasn't happened yet, but just the thought of how my life is going to change once I'm successful, that can stop a lot of people in the tracks from actually getting the results. So even though they're talking to all these people, just the fear of that success, or even the fear of rejection, the fear of being judged, those things can really hold you back. So let's say, I have a sales conversation with you right now. And deep down in my mind, I'm like, well, I don't know if I can help her. I'm not good enough. I can't charge. And it really goes back to, like, I had that happen to me when I first started out. A coach that I only worked with over like 2 sessions, she told me, how can you work with entrepreneurs on growing their business if you're not even successful yet? So guess what happened? Every time when I was out there, when I was talking to potential customers, in my mind, I was like, well, I'm not good enough. I mean, she told me, how can you coach business if you're not successful yet? I'm not successful. I don't make a lot of money. So how can I do that? So I had that internal dialogue going on. So guess what? Every person I talked to, vibrationally, they could pick up on that I'm not comfortable. I don't value myself. I don't feel good enough. So even though I had a big smile on my face and I was really, upbeat, but because of my internal dialogue, the other person across could feel it and say, no, you know what? I don't have the money. I don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
So if you're doing all the right things that you're supposed to be doing in your business, you don't get the results, then you really might want to, do a little internal journey and do some soul searching, because it might just be that you have all those inner dialogues, the inner gremlins that really sabotage all of your success.
Wow. And I love that story, because like there are so many of us who are attending this summit who have been there, and it really does, those, you mentioned it, right? Those vibrations really are put out there into the world. And once they're put out there, it's not like you can pull them back real quick.
Yep. Yep.
So would you say that you can achieve great success without working on your mindset?
Nope. Not at all. Because like I said, we all have mindset problems, and it can even be your money blueprint. And that's from something that happened that you learned from, as a child. So let's say you grew up in a family and, money was always tight, or you heard, your family saying, oh, rich people, they're evil, or money doesn't grow on trees. So, because when you're born, you are a blank slate. You're like a computer, completely blank, fresh out the box. And you get all that programming throughout, while you're growing up. So until I think the age of 9 or whatever, or 7, I don't remember, that's when you're being programmed. So when you have that programming going on, making money is hard and all of those different things, and you have to work really, really, really hard just to barely come by. And then, even then it's not enough. You have to have 3 different jobs. That shows up today, and that's going to show up in your business. So maybe you feel like, oh, I'm super confident, I have no problem talking to people, but still, if you have that mindset programming about your money blueprint from something that happened when you were a child that you have no control over because you grew up that way, your society taught you making money is hard, your parents maybe said things about making money is hard, or rich people are evil. That's all the stuff that you learn, and it's going to show up in your business today. So if you're not making that money, that might be because of the programming that you had about money as you were growing up. So yeah, mindset work, it is key to your success. Like I mentioned at the beginning, you have to work on your mindset, because we all have inner gremlins. We all have, as we grow up, we're learning, we're having these so-called failures that now it's like, well, if I try it again, maybe I'll fail again. And failure is really not pretty.
No,
who likes
to fail,
fun. Right? It is really hurtful sometimes, and it makes you really stop, from trying it again. So that's your mindset, because like you said, what's the worst thing that can happen? But having that mindset, thinking about what, shoot, it hasn't happened so far. I had all these failures in the past. That's mindset.
Yeah.
So if you don't focus on that, it's going to keep showing up, and then you're going to be in that, in that turning wheel, like, the hamster, hamster wheel. You're not going to be able to get out. You need to work on your mindset.
Wow. So how does mindset differ from perhaps personal development?
Well, it's part of it, because you develop personally. All the personal development books that you read, it has something about mindset. law of attraction, it's personal development, but it also has something to do with mindset, because you have to be in that higher vibration. Well, how do you get into the higher vibration? You get rid of your inner gremlins. You focus on the now. You don't think about the past. You let the past be in the past, and those type of things. So it's really, mindset is really part of personal development. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So, but it's kind of like a nice little package.
And it's really a component then of personal development, because I might learn how to, you and I are both very techie, right? I might learn how to use a new piece of technology, but if I'm not comfortable in my own skin and the way that I educate others with that technology, or the way that I pull them in as clients, or whatever it is, if I'm not comfortable in my own mind about putting that out there, hey guys, I can teach you how to use this new technology, I'm going to be putting this vibration out that I don't really feel like I can do that. I don't really feel like I'm good enough. I don't really feel like I'm the person for you to come to. And so I think, what I'm hearing you say is, just because I'm learning how to do these new skills doesn't mean I'm working on the most important piece, which is my mindset and my confidence in my ability to do those things.
Yeah. Because if you're, for example, starting a new business, you just went through school. Let's say coaches, you go through coaching school, you learn how to coach, you learn the skill of coaching. But what you don't learn is how to be confident enough to ask people for money.
Right.
So then you're starting your coaching business. You're like, my doors are open. I'm ready to take business. I'm ready to take clients, but no one is coming. And if you do have clients come to you, or potential clients come to you, then you still have to ask for the money. Right. You still have to tell them that, hey, I'm really good enough to actually help you. Mm-hmm. And that goes back to the mindset. If you don't feel comfortable enough about saying, this is what I do, this is the transformation I can bring you, you're not going to be confident enough to actually convert them into paying clients. Or I don't like the word convert, but inspire them to become paying clients. So it really goes back to, you can learn all the things that you want. And I see so many people that take course after course and learn and learn and learn, that think they need to learn even more. But then you actually got to go out there and implement. And oftentimes it's like they think they're not good enough. That's why they need to keep learning it. But if they would just stick with what they have learned and really feel confident enough about what they have learned, that they really are good enough, because we are good enough. If you start a business, you start a business for a reason. You started because maybe you have overcome some adversity and you just learned some skills to, make it run a lot smoother, to deliver what you have learned a lot smoother. So you are good enough. Yeah. But it's our internal dialogue that keeps saying, no, you're not good enough. You don't have 20 years of experience yet. So you're not good enough. You can't charge for that. So that's why it really goes back to the whole mindset.
Yeah. So are there other things besides the mindset that we need to be working on, maybe perhaps in parallel with our mindset, to create a successful business?
Well, then you need what your favorite topic, the systems and the strategies. Yay!
He knows this about me. I love the tools.
And I'm right there with you. I do the same with my clients. I don't just focus on the mindset, because mindset is important to grow your business, but then you need to have the systems and strategies in place to grow your list, to automate your process, to make your business, to have that strong foundation in place, so then you can build onto that. If you're thinking about a house, can you build a house without a strong foundation? No, right? It's the same with your business. Yeah. So part of your business foundation is the mindset, and then having those systems and strategies in place, so then you can build it up. Because any 6-7 figure income earner or 8-figure income earner, they have that strong foundation. They have those systems and strategies in place, and they do a lot of work on their mindset, because, even if you hit that 6-7 figure income, then you're going to come up on other barriers, making to that next income level. So, it goes hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. So mindset is necessary to grow your business, to make it, even just take it off. But then the systems and strategies really makes it sustainable and then scalable. And that's what you want to do. You want to have a scalable business, so then you can build up onto that. Right. So it needs both the strong foundation, the scalable business, and then also the mindset.
And I would almost even argue that that working on your mindset is a system of success, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you're not adding that to your repertoire, and you're not working on that component inside you, when the time comes for you to hit that next level, you're probably going to fall short.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, all of those people that, make that, let's say they're at a 6-figure income right now and they want to move to the 7-figure, they can still do all the work that they want and invest a lot of money. But if their internal dialogue, if their money blueprint is not in alignment with making that 7-figure, no matter what they're doing, it's not going to work. They might hit it, very, very close, but, they have that income thermostat that is set at, let's say, 6 figures. It will not go further. It will really stop them right before that because it doesn't feel comfortable. So you need to work on your mindset in order to get to that next level. And so mindset work, I mean, it's messy and it's going to be a lifelong journey, but the hardest part is the getting your business off the ground, getting over the initial mindset hurdles. And then the next thing is, like I said, you're always going to have mindset challenges, but I think the biggest challenge is really getting it off the ground, seeing that initial success. And then you can sit back like, oh my God, I finally made it. I'm over the hurdle. But getting up over that hurdle, that's where a lot of people have that huge, huge problem with, is just getting over that.
And I think a lot of people are a lot like we are, right? Just because we hit that goal doesn't mean there's not another one on the horizon that we're going after.
Oh, yeah.
So by pulling this mindset together, the sky becomes the limit at that point, So I know we are coming to the end of this interview and I'm just blown away because I don't feel like we've been talking for that long.
I know, right?
But how can people reach out to you? Let's say they want to work with you or access some of your resources. How can they reach out to you?
Right now I opened up my own Facebook group. It's for conscious entrepreneurs. So it's actually called the Conscious Entrepreneur Lounge. And it's actually also the domain, theconsciousentrepreneur.lounge.com. So they can, join me in there. They can check me out on my on my website, kaysanders.com, if they would like to apply for a complimentary session. The link is there too. They can check out, all the other things that I'm doing. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn. So yeah, I'm all over the place. I even have some videos on YouTube as well.
Nice. Very cool. Guys, definitely, if you look below this video, you are going to see some links that Kay has provided with us. Kay, make sure I get those links to your group also. You're going to see some links that Kay has provided. Make sure you click on those and take advantage of some of the things that she is sharing with you today so that you can make sure your mindset work is where it needs to be. For those of you who are part of the All Access Pass, stick around because we are going to be diving much, much deeper with Kay in the next interview when we continue our conversation about our driving force to success. If you've not yet grabbed that All Access Pass, click on the button below and snag yours now. It is super simple. You just click on the button and go through the process. Kay, thank you so much for being here. And guys, we will see you in the next interview. Bye, everyone.